Is this classic LEGO Star Wars set designed so well it doesn't even need a remake? Let's find out. Hello everybody, the Brickologist here with another throwback LEGO Star Wars Episode 2 Attack of the Clones set review. Today we have set number 7113, Tusken Raider Encounter from April 2002 to coincide with the release of Episode 2 in theaters. I cannot believe that was 22 years ago. This set used to retail for about $10 US. Adjusted for inflation, that's more like $17 here in 2024. It contained 93 pieces, and I unfortunately do not have the box, but here is a quick view at what that box art would have looked like. I do, however, have the instruction manual that contains 15 pages of building. The back of the manual here has some fantastic advertisements for other Attack of the Clones sets, including the beloved Jango Fett Slave 1 and the original Obi-Wan's Jedi Starfighter. We also have ads for the Jedi and Final Duel sets, which I loved as well. Overall, 2002 was a pretty lit year for LEGO Star Wars. While Anakin Skywalker is busy slaughtering villages and killing younglings, he wanted me to remind you guys, so please consider liking this video, subscribing to this channel, and becoming a channel member. All of that goes a long way to helping me bring you the reviews like the one you're about to watch. Slightly less than 100 pieces later, you have the completed build for this set, or should I say builds, because there are 2 of them, and additionally there are 3 minifigures. There's a lot here for a $10 set back in the day. Let's start off with those minifigs. The first minifigure here is the Padawan version of Anakin Skywalker with his cape, and that cape piece makes him exclusive to this set. And look at how pristine the condition of my particular cape piece is. I cannot believe how good that looks 22 years after this set's initial release. Now obviously, if you're not familiar with old LEGO Star Wars, these figures look very primitive compared to today's figures, and of course the skin tone is yellow as opposed to actual accurate flesh tones, but we don't need to get into all of that today. Overall, the figure looks nice. I do like the torso print with the little ugly rat tail Padawan braid. That is good. He has the classic LEGO hairpiece. The face print is basic, but you know what? It gets the job done. And I do love the very chrome, shiny hilt for his lightsaber with the blue blade there. All of that works out nicely. This is a solid old Anakin Skywalker minifigure. Okay, I'm not gonna do that anymore. Honestly, that kind of hurt my throat to make that noise. Obviously, this here is the Tusken Raider figure. You get 2 of them included with this set, and there's something very special about this Tusken Raider. It was the first ever LEGO Tusken Raider, and in fact, it was the only LEGO Tusken Raider for 16 years until they remade it in 2015. I cannot believe it took LEGO that long to remake this figure, so this was the only Tusken we had for quite some time, and honestly, LEGO did a really solid job on their first try. The face print looks really good, the torso print is great, and they also have back printing, which was more unusual back in 2002. They are also wielding the classic LEGO musket piece. LEGO tends to give Tusken Raiders just gaffy sticks now, but it is kind of cool for them to have guns in this set. So overall, a fantastic old and great first attempt at a sand person, aka Tusken Raider minifigure. The first build here is a moisture evaporator, something commonly seen on Tatooine and commonly seen in LEGO Tatooine based sets, and all the other versions of this that LEGO has made since have been white, and I think that was the correct color choice. There are hints of white in this build, but it's primarily tan, which isn't super accurate. However, the shaping looks pretty great. From top to bottom, you can see they make very good use of this same pole piece. You have the 4 of them repeated at the bottom section here. That looks fairly accurate, and then this all is sitting on a 6x6 brown plate, which really the brown plate should be tan, and the rest of this should be white to match the colors from the movie, but I'll forgive that. There is kind of a hidden play feature here. If you push on this piece, the whole thing actually kind of collapses over, which isn't half bad of a little action function, and inside there is a printed control panel that shows some water level along with some buttons that actually looks pretty cool, and I like that piece quite a bit. So yeah, they did a pretty good job with this moisture evaporator, again, besides the color, but I kind of sound like a broken record, don't I? The second build here is the Zephyr G Swoop, otherwise known as the Swoop Bike, and I think this is by far the more exciting of the two builds in this set, because now we can recreate maybe my favorite shot from the entire Star Wars prequel trilogy, where Anakin is riding on this Swoop Bike as the sun is setting, set to the backdrop of Duel of the Fates. What a tremendous moment from that film. The build itself is definitely a bit oversized, but that's not abnormal for this type of thing, and I think the techniques, especially for 22 years ago, are actually very nice. I like the design right here. I like the fact they use this piece to kind of keep it in place. That is a nice little angle. The midsection here looks pretty solid. The back section looks pretty good as well. The shaping is nicely done, and there is a flap at the back here that can be adjusted up and down for some additional playability. So all around, this looks really good. Anakin can of course ride on the bike. My cape is in such good condition, I don't want to risk crinkling it, so I'm not going to sit him down, but I'm pretty sure you guys can imagine how that would look. It's a very solid design overall. So there you have it, y'all. That is the 2002 LEGO Star Wars Tusken Raider encounter. Now, to answer the question I posed at the beginning of this video, does this set need a remake, or did LEGO knock it out of the park so well on their first try it doesn't warrant one? And honestly, I think the answers to both of those questions are yes. I, for one, would love to see a remake of this set, because I think they could expand upon the Tusken Raider side of things. Instead of a moisture evaporator only, maybe we could get a Tusken Raider hut, and we could also maybe get not just the men, but the women and the children too as minifigures. That would be very cool. A slightly more detailed and accurately sized Swoop Bike would also be a nice inclusion, and we need a Shmi Skywalker minifigure. We've never gotten her before as a LEGO Star Wars character, and that needs to happen at some point in time. But none of those points take away the fact that I think LEGO did a really good job with this set back in the day. It's such a good $10 set. They really don't make $10 sets like this anymore. Even adjusted for inflation for $17, that's a similar price to like a Microfighter these days, and those are just not comparable at all to what you actually get in this set. So I think the value here is fantastic. Now, if you want to purchase this set on eBay or Bricklink or another third-party market, it's going to run you about $80 sealed, which is a lot, but it's only about $30 out of box, and because there are no stickers, it should be okay. Just make sure the red pieces, which were kind of known for being fragile back in the day, are not broken. Other than that though, I think you're good to go on a used version of this set. If you couldn't tell already, I'm a big fan of this one, and also if you couldn't tell already, my biggest flaw is literally the fact that the moisture evaporator is not the right color. Otherwise, this might have been a 10 out of 10 set, but as it stands, I have to give it a 9 out of 10, but still such a fantastic rating. But those are just my thoughts. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comment section down below. Find me on social media. There'll be links for all of those pages in my description. Thank you all so much for watching today's review. Peace out. God bless. Bye-bye.